Greetings and salutations. What is going on, everyone? It is your boy VSAT, back bringing you some Fan Mail Friday. And today we have a very good question I'm looking forward to answer here. It's coming from my buddy TRK Macintosh. And my buddy TRK Macintosh asks, do you have any tips for small zombie streamers? Example, more viewers or an active chat? Very good question. I'm just going to put this under tips for any small streamers. Now, I operate under the premise that there isn't necessarily just one way to do anything. There's multiple ways to do it. I'll just tell you what I did and what my beliefs were when I was up and coming. In case you don't know, just to lay down the credentials, given the time I'm recording this, we're just about 60,000 followers. I think exactly 59,300. So, it's got somewhat of a resume there over there on the twitch.tv sphere, if you will. So, tips for small zombie streamers. You got to stand out. You got to figure out how you want to stand out. Now, for me, when I started, there was two people that I looked at. It was Relaxing N, it was Syndicate. Keep in mind, this was back in 2014. I looked at these two people, for example, because this decided which way I want to take my channel. There was Relaxing N, which I always thought he dominated with the zombie gameplay, and there was Syndicate, where I thought he was a good player, good gameplay, dominated the commentary aspect. Which one did I think suited me best? Which way did I want to grow my channel? If you didn't know, I obviously went trying to be more commentary driven, more entertainment driven. Nothing wrong with gameplay. You got guys like my homie Space Marine, shout out to him, who made a great job. I mean, he's growing his channels crazily, and that's with literally no talking at all. So it can be done. I'm just saying, like I said, there's not one way to grow it. I'm just going to give you my advice. But starting out, I mean, the way Twitch works is you click on a game, and the people with the most views are on top. So you're already at a disadvantage there because you're already lower on the list. So you got to do something to make yourself stick out. Now, some people will kind of do more of what we kind of call view whorish titles. I was never about that. I really didn't know much about that. So my titles were always very generic. But what I always did when I started live streaming was I would look at the top viewers or the top streamers on the game of the day. So if you're doing zombies, don't worry so much about the multi guys. Look what the zombie guys are doing. So for example, maybe you're on Black Ops 3 and maybe I don't want to use Syndicate as an example, but maybe maybe you see me up there and I'm streaming the Giant and you're like, okay, he's streaming the Giant. So what I've always figured was I'm going to now stream something that's not the Giant. Anyone who wants to see the Giant is already going to see a guy who's bigger than me. So why don't I do a different map? Kind of switch it up. That way, if people are feeling like, oh, where's Shadows of Evil? Then you do Shadows of Evil. So yeah, I mean that was always my premise. Was I always like before every single live stream looking at the top people that of course what you're streaming. So like I said, you're streaming zombies. Look at the top zombie guys. What are they streaming? Look at the maps and be like, okay, they're streaming these maps. Let me be a little different. Let me stream something a little bit different. And then also you gotta have something that has your gameplay stand out a little bit. You know what I mean? One thing I realized about myself was, yes, I'm a very good zombie player, but I'm not in the same breath as some of these guys like Relaxing N, Steve, Scotty, Frenzy, Dabrowski. I mean, these dudes are legends. I'm not in that breath. So what can I do to kind of have different gameplay? And for me, it was always about a little bit more of the flashier gameplay. You know what I mean? I was always trying to get the screen shakes, the crazy plays. You know what I mean? I wasn't really trying to survive the high rounds, but I was trying to basically kill people with the commentary, have fun there, and just kind of make it an overall fun, friendly experience. I mean, to keep the chat alive, I mean, the best way to do that is to talk. You know what I mean? I mean, that sounds crazy, but I mean, when I first started live streaming, all I did was talk. And don't get me wrong, we had 3 viewers. There's an old tweet on my Twitter that I pinned on my Twitter right now, and it's like, first great day of streaming, we got 3 views. I look forward to what the future was, and this was in 2014. So talk, man. You gotta talk. You almost just gotta talk. At least if you're going for like a commentary-driven thing, you almost gotta talk to a fault. You just gotta keep talking until people start talking back, and then from there you talk to them. You engage in conversations there, and that's just how I always did it. So first and foremost, I mean, titles are catchy. Try and figure out a nice little title. I wouldn't do a big thing you see is a lot of zombie streamers do Easter egg, world records, all that stuff. A little bit view whorish considering they're not really doing the Easter egg. I guess if they do an Easter egg song, they can get away with doing it, even though, whatever. But Easter eggs are very catchy, as well as world records, which little grimy. I'm not about that. I don't do that. You do you, though. It's your channel. You grow the way that you want to grow. That wasn't about me. That's a whole nother topic for another day. But I was never about the whole kind of, I guess, like grimy life, if you will. But try to have a catchy title. Try and just make your gameplay interesting. Make it stand out. I mean, Zombies been around for a long time. We know what it's about. Everyone knows what it's about. It's nothing new. Nothing's changing. You know what I mean? There are great zombie players. How are you going to stand out? You got to figure out how you can separate your channel from other people's. How are you going to be like twitch.tv/John, let's say, is your channel. How are you going to be like, okay, why are people going to come to my channel opposed to VSAT? Why are they going to come here instead of Syndicate? Why are they going to come here instead of Dabrowski? Why here instead of Frank? You know, what are you going to do that's going to give you the upper edge? That's what I always was worried about, what I always try to think about. So trying to figure that out. Also, scheduling. Scheduling is very important. Consistency. Consistency is key. I've told the story many times. I started day one of streaming. I loved it. I said I'll do it every single day for 1 month. Did it every single day for 1 month. I said I'm going to go until 1 year and see where we're at on Twitch. Ended up getting a partnership a little over 5 months in, just before 6 months. And in that time span of 5 months, I streamed every single day but 2 days. And one of the days was because Twitch was actually down for some broadcasters, and some broadcasters just couldn't go live. And the time that I was going live was the time where it was actually down. So think about that. It's a 5 month span. Do the math. Let's say 30 days in a month. 5 months, 150 days. I missed 2 days. 1 day was because of Twitch. I know not everyone has that time, nor that dedication, nor that grind life, but that's what I made it about, man. I loved it. I fell in love with it. And you just got to realize, I mean, you may not be as successful as I was, as fastly as I was, or as quick as I was, or you may be more successful, but don't gauge my success on Twitch with how you are. You know what I mean? We're all different. You know what I mean? You might be way more successful than I'll ever be, or you might not be. You might have to work a little bit harder. So don't ever look at me and be like, wow, he's only doing 150 hours in a month. I'm doing 180. No, do 200. Don't make excuses. You know what I mean? You got to do what you got to do. If you believe in this dream, you do whatever it takes to succeed in this dream, in this vision that you have, man. And then some other little advice just moving forward is don't let the naysayers control you, man. You're going to notice right away. Day 2, I got hate on Twitch. Day 2 is my first time I got hatred on Twitch, man. Literally didn't even have 10 followers. I had 3 followers after day 1, 10 after day 2, 21 after day 3. I don't remember the days after that, but I remember after 1 month we had about 775 followers after 1 month of live streaming. So put the time in, put the work in. Scheduling is key. If you can't go live every single day, maybe try 5 days a week, but make sure that when you're going live 5 days a week, like let's say you do Monday through Friday, let's say you start your stream at 4 p.m., start that stream at 4 p.m. or as close as 4 p.m. every single day. Let your viewers know. Maybe even have it as a panel, or maybe have it on your Twitter. You know, also another big thing is marketing, my man. Now, as you can see, I'm kind of freeballing here, so there's a lot of thoughts that are kind of just going everywhere. But marketing, my man, very important, dude. Twitter, YouTube, you know, get on these social medias because they're important, man. Your fans or your viewers, your friends, whatever you want to call them, they want to reach out to you, man. You know, you might want to tweet out like, oh, great stream. You know, someone says, yo, dude, really like the stream. Say thank you. You know what I mean? Social media is very, very key. People need a way to be able to reach you and hit you up and all that stuff, and be able to interact with the viewers and the fans and all that stuff. So social media, key. If you don't want to necessarily do the YouTube thing, don't worry. I didn't take it serious for years. It's not that big of a deal. Twitter, Snapchat's the big thing nowadays, Facebook, whatever it is you do. If you don't do it, get back on it, because I literally stopped doing social media for about a year. And once I figured out that I was going to become a streamer, I was like, this is important. You got to grow that aspect. Very important. You know what I mean? It is important. You're going to see I have 59K Twitch followers, 3K Twitter followers, right? Big discrepancy, but it's going to help. Trust me, it's going to help. Schedule, gameplay, something that's going to make you stand out, something that's going to make you be unique. And yeah, did I say schedule? Schedule, gameplay, and social media marketing. Very important keys. Those are probably the top 3. I didn't realize we were going to name 3, but those are probably the main things. And then believe in yourself, man. First and foremost, believe in yourself, man. Know that for every 10 people that say they're going to love your content, there's going to be 1 person that says they don't, and they're going to hate on you all the time. And don't you worry about that, man. You're doing something right. Once you start receiving hate, you're doing something right. Trust me on that. Don't let the naysayers control you, my man. But that's it for today's episode of Fan Mail Friday. I hope you guys did all enjoy today's episode. Of course, if you did, leave a comment. Drop a like. Tell your mom. Tell Grandpa Joe. Maybe they want to check it out. You know what I mean? They're old. They don't know what's going on. Let them know. Let them know. But until next time, guys, it's your boy VSET, and I'll see you next time. Peace.